Marco Luna, Mr. Social Services. And this is one thing I wanted to bring up. So the insurance package for nonprofit social services, obviously there's a lot of things that go into it, right? But if you had to pick one, the most important aspect in your opinion, and the overall insurance package, what would that be?
So with an adult daycare center, there's multiple lines of coverages within that package. They have professional liability, general liability, sexual abuse and molestation, and commercial auto. Now, if they have all those 4 lines of coverages, in my opinion, I think it would be a particular symbol on the commercial auto, which is symbol 1, any auto.
So on the commercial auto policy, and I agree with you, because I think that's where that's where they have a lot of the bigger landmines. Sure. That's where a lot of the rate is here in South Florida specifically. What is, when you write a commercial policy and now you get to choose a symbol, meaning how it's rated. You said a symbol 1. What does a symbol 1 mean on your auto policy?
So symbol 1 is any auto. So the liability will extend to pretty much any auto that's related to the company.
Okay.
So that could be a contractor that they're bringing in-house to perform some sort of services for their daycare. Say they get into an accident on the way there. That liability will protect the center in case of an accident. That vehicle is not scheduled on that particular policy, but that liability is going to protect them.
So it's anybody doing work, anything they own, anything they rent. It's the ultimate peace of mind,
sure.
Right? You check that box on a certificate, any auto.
Right.
It gives actually us as an agent the peace of mind, but also the business owner.
Yeah.
Now, why do you think a lot of insurance companies are getting away from a symbol 1?
And it's been happening little by little, right? It's not something that they changed just a matter of yesterday. So it's been in the pipeline. Yeah. It's been a lot of claims.
Autos that aren't necessarily listed as part of the policy.
Right. And I think that maybe the insured has maybe taken that symbol 1 auto to another level and kind of taken advantage of the fact that they have that symbol.
Like we'll add it later, add the car later.
Pretty much, getting a vehicle on a Friday and then not listing it till maybe the following Friday. Sure. And kind of forgetting, and that's okay. They forgot. They do have that symbol, but they got into an accident. The car was never listed. Insurance companies, are a little apprehensive now to kind of throw out that symbol.
Right, because the intent, they're not charging for something not
right,
listed.
Exactly.
Right? It doesn't work in their favor.
Right.
So now, what is the alternative from a symbol 1 as far as auto?
So now they're applying symbol 7, which is scheduled autos.
Which means?
If the car is not listed on the actual policy, they have no coverage.
Okay.
So, that for us as agents, that kind of gives us reassurance that, hey, if they're going to get a vehicle out on that road, they have to schedule it. And the insurance company is going to charge whatever that premium is for that vehicle, and then that vehicle can go out and work.
It's going to be prorated throughout
right.
the time of the year.
Right.
So Simple 7 also gives the issue too, where there has to be a lot of communication between us as an agent, as a business owner. Because I think what's happened as well is that many of the programs making this shift from a symbol 1 to 7, it's kind of been that, hey, I'll add it later. Get the COI, right? We'll add the car next Monday, next week. Now the conversations are, hey, the way you kind of did business as far as your auto exposure has changed.
Right.
We gotta have a lot more conversations.
Right.
Before you leave the lot, don't make any assumptions, right? And the we're talking about liability only, not physical damage.
Right.
And then we gotta look at maybe adding symbols 8 and 9 as well.
Sure.
Right. The higher non-auto exposure. Yep. So it's interesting how that piece has been a little bit different.
Yeah, and I think that communication needs to be up front, right? Whether that's a new business that I'm about to insure, or on the renewal process. Having that communication with the insured up front. Hey, look, the insurance carrier changed you from a symbol 1 to a symbol 7 now. And these are the reasons why. What's
interesting too is a lot of the adult daycares when they're entering in a lot of contracts, right? So how they get paid with different
network providers.
Network provider contracts, right? That's even changed too.
Yeah.
Right. Remember they used to have kind of the symbol 1.
Yeah.
Right.
I fought against that, a little bit.
Because
now to help.
The options are limited.
Right. The options are super limited now. And so now it's almost like if you want to contract that daycare, you have to accept these insurance symbols and coverages. These contracts are not bigger than the insurance companies. So they have to kind of change and evolve and accept these are the coverages and this is what we're going to do. How much hold us accountable.
Well, talking about accountability, how much have you had to fight for our insureds against some of these network providers from insurance?
Yeah, there's a particular clauses that these contracts required, like, notice 30-day notice of cancellations, that insurance companies are already listing that particular contractor on that policy as an additional insured. And this contractor wants to be notified in 30 days for non-payment of premium or cancellation for underwriting reasons. They need to be notified. I have fought against that because you're already listed. Here's a certificate, which is a legal form, a legal document showing that you're listed.
Right.
Take it for what it is. And doing business with these contracts now for 8 years, they know who we are. So requesting certificates from us, it's gotten to the point now they send us certificates from other agencies to kind of verify if this is really true.
Well, and it's interesting about that verifying, and let's just go back to the autos, right? Like we know who offers what just because we play with the same carriers in this space.
Right.
But then we look at, for example, a Progressive who doesn't offer a symbol 1. They just offer symbol 7.
Right.
So we're able to kind of pick and choose that added value of like, hey, look, this isn't what it used to be.
Right. And dealing with Progressive, there's different classifications, not only just a symbol aspect that I could insure you as a contractor, but you're really an adult daycare and it'll give me a quote and we'll process it, but you're insured completely incorrectly, And so I know what Progressive offers and I know that that's not a program that they need to be in.
And the intent for them to do it is not that either way.
Right, exactly.
No, but it's funny how sometimes too, some of these contracts and that added value stuff as well is, our insureds realize that we're not the bad guys. It's these insurance contracts. The language is so robust that it does cost them more money.
Right.
So us being kind of that advocate and fighting back, that's just another level of service that we can provide as well.
I agree. And these contracts are almost generalized. They're not specific for an adult daycare or specific for an ALF or a transportation company. It's almost like They give it to you, and
there's different types of fruit, right? That can't be on the box, so they have a little bit of leeway.
Yeah.
But let me ask you. So back to it. If you're looking at a commercial auto policy, ideal situation, you should ask for a symbol 1.
You should ask for it. Yeah, it just gives you, our agency, for example, we're not open on Saturdays and Sundays, and
we're available.
We're available. we are. In fact, this past weekend, I had to add a vehicle on Saturday for a client, an adult daycare center, that she was buying a vehicle. But symbol 1 allows you to pull that car out of the lot.
Right. On the weekend. Or late on a Friday afternoon.
Right.
Because some of these programs, they're not direct markets, right? They're program business that they don't have. It's not like you're buying insurance online.
Correct.
So that kind of gives you the ultimate peace of mind.
Sure.
If we have the choice, we always ask for 1. 7 comes down, that's fine. It's part of the job. It's part of our work.
Right.
But I would recommend, if anybody can do it, ask for that symbol 1.
I agree.